As for, he said, your age, what about me, he said, alayhi salatu wasalam. As for your age, he said, what has afflicted you, which is age, has also afflicted me. Nabiullah Muhammad, alayhi salatu wasalam. And he said, as for your children, then your children are my children. This is something we have to underline. Brothers who get married to women who have children, do not take the responsibility of those other children as well. There are certain things, of course, the father of those children need to do, but you're not allowed to, shar'an, to be unjust towards those children and the children that she has for you. There are some men who treat their children different from the other children and they create animosity. If you can't be fair, don't get into it in the first place. If you can't be what? Fair. If you marry a woman, she has children, those children she has, as much as you love their mother, you should love them as well. And you should also take care of those children, especially if they are orphans and their father has passed away. And remember the verse of Allah, وَلْيَخْشَى الَّذِينَ لَوْ تَرَكُوا مِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّةً ضِعَافًا خَافُوا عَلَيْهِمْ فَلْيَتَّقُوا اللَّهِ. That remember one day this could happen to you, that you pass away and you leave children behind. And when you leave children behind, those children that you've left behind, you're going to wish somebody to take good care of them. وَلْيَخْشَى الَّذِينَ لَوْ تَرَكُوا مِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّةً. You leave your wife who needs help and your children that need help. You remember that what you do for others, inshallah ta'ala, will be done for you. That if you take care of other people's children, and that woman, you help her and her children, if you die, Allah will take care of your children. And I remember a brother who did that. May Allah preserve him and may Allah have mercy onto him. It was like that. He had married 2 women who had a lot of children and he'd never married before. Here's an example in this. And he took those children like he was his kids. I would see him in the UK. Wherever he would go, he would take those children and look after them, and he would take them to school. He did everything for them because their father passed away. He took care of those children. I was a kid, I remember this. This brother passed away. Rahimahullah. He passed away. He had a few children for the first one and a few children for the second. A righteous, noble brother married both of those wives. And I remember 2 of the kids of his, they were huffaz, they memorized the Quran. And the other kids were on the way of memorizing the Quran. And the other brother who married his wives was also never ever married before. Meaning, he took this responsibility on as well. Are we all together? Al-jaza'u min jinsil amal. The reward is in accordance to your doings. So if you marry a sister and she's got kids, then remember that this is what? A responsibility. So what? A mas'uliyah. That doesn't mean that the father of these children, the responsibility is taken off him. It doesn't mean that. But when you come into this relationship, take it on. Take it on wholeheartedly. And your reward is with who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these women, by the way, they do need help. A lot of them, they need brothers to come forward and to take care of these women and their children. Lakin bisidq, with truthfulness and honesty. And raise those children like they're your own. And if you look at Nabiullah Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, other than Aisha, the rest of his wives were what? Previously married. Sah? They were what? Previously married. A lot of them had kids. So the Prophet said this statement to her. He said, as for your children, they are my children. He said, alayhi salatu wasalam.